What is up, and welcome back to Zakkongen and the monthly drawing video, which once again is in the next month. But I was on an event yesterday. I didn't have time to make it, or I did, but I was too tired to make it. So you're getting it today, which is also fine. I'm not professional YouTuber. You can't blame me. But yeah, it's the monthly drawing video. It's actually. Wait, should I say that now? Yeah, I should say that now. It's Pokemon as Borderlands monsters. Because I thought that was cool. And they turned out pretty cool. They were also kind of short, but they're cool. That's all you need to know. So yeah, let's get into some Pokemon. But monstrous. So, to the person that found this recording. My name's Borderlands. But you can call me Cole. And I just thought I'd let any bypassers know about them horrifying monsters you might find out here. And let me tell you, there are a lot of monsters here. So I should probably start with the most dangerous one. Now, I'm not even sure you can call this monster a species, because I only ever saw one of them. But let me tell you, that thing was hella strong. So basically, how I came across this beast was that I was out on my bike, minding my own damn business, testing bullets on the skag, when I came across this windmill field, overrun by them dead-ass bandits. And I'm just wondering if bandits would make a better target than the skag. When suddenly, this loud-ass roar comes out of nowhere, and the second I look up to see what it was, one of the windmills gets smashed by the foot of a giant beast, with green plates along its back, and a head that splits up into 3 parts. 3 parts! That thing didn't even feel the explosion that came from the windmill. I just decided to hightail it out of there. And I suggest you do the same thing, if you see it. So, this was Tyranitar. And he was the main reason I did this video. I just really wanted to draw a Tyranitar monster. And it came out really good. It was the drawing that took the longest to make, because of the explosion, which I really like. I really like the explosion. But I do have one problem with it, which is the head. I shouldn't have made it like a gap that opens in 3. Like, it doesn't really work that good for Tyranitar. Like, I should probably just make it more Tyranitar mouth. Oh, and here, the explosions, I absolutely love them. I nailed those explosions. They really look like explosions. Yeah. And the way I did it, I used a blur to mesh the colors together. Kinda, I did make a really good explosion. But it was hard to make the lighting from it work. That was hard. But it still looks fantastic. I love the explosions. And yeah, Tyranitar, also, I do like it a lot. I already said that. But yeah. I don't have much else to say about it, actually. Yeah, the windmills, yeah. The windmills were the only reason I did the windmills was because of the explosion. And it was the only thing in the wild of Borderlands that I knew would make sense to have explosions from. So yeah, that was the reason I did the windmills. And I'm also gonna make a little bandit guy, who's just gonna be there like, nah, I ain't doing this. I'm out of here, guys. I quit. When he sees this ginormous towering monster approaching, and you can just see how big it is to the other windmills. And he's gonna come in a bit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I used there he is. The little guy he's just like, nope, I quit. I'm not doing this. 9 toes, your base is done. I'm not doing this. Yeah, I just really like doing him. But I don't have much else to say about this place, like this drawing. So I'm gonna send you on some music. Now, another monster you might find out here is, or at least I call it, a spore spreader. But I guess you're wondering why this monster has a name and the other one doesn't. And the reason is I couldn't come up with any names for it. Anyways, I came across this monster when I was driving away from the windmills, and out in the distance saw a strange yellow cloud appear. And as the intelligent person that I am, I decided to drive right through it. But I immediately regretted that decision after I couldn't control my muscles. Luckily, it only lasted a short while, but the damn bugs had already come out to kill me at the point. Somehow I didn't see them before, because that purple and blue skin isn't that good for hiding. Anyways, I just decided to shoot them before they came close. And it seems that they primarily use the paralyzing spores to hunt, because they weigh down like flies, dropping after a few bullets. But just to be safe, I would advise to stay away from those spores. So, this was Butterfree. And I gotta say, it's my least favorite of the episode. I just didn't do as much with it. It's just a Butterfree. While the others, they look a lot different. This one's just a Butterfree with something on its front. But I actually chose Butterfree over Beedrill for some reason. I guess you're wondering how I did that. But it was actually because Sunspore, the move Butterfree is most known for, I think. It's most known for Sunspore. I really wanted to do something with that, and I did. That's how it hunts people. But Butterfree is also really fragile, so it just dies when it gets shot. And the way I did the Sunspore stuff, I just used a airbrush kind of thing to that was yellow, so it looks like Sunspore. Also, it's all my least favorite because the next one's also not as my favorite because of how the background was done. It was just kind of bland. But yeah, that's Butterfree. I do still like it, but not as much. Yeah. So I'm running short on time, so this has to be the last monster. And let me tell you, this monster's a bastard. I decided to call it a Burrow Claw, and the main reason they're annoying is because they go underground, dig under buildings, and then the buildings collapse. And they live in groups, so that just means more buildings at a time. Well, I was driving to the local town after the spore spreader incident, but as I approached the town, I could hear people screaming. And when I arrived, surprise, surprise, there were collapsed buildings everywhere. And in all the chaos, bullets were being blasted towards the Burrow Claws, who were leaping out of holes. I, of course, rushed in to help the townsfolk defeat the damn things. But killing those things is hard, considering their yellow scales and spike backs protect them. After they were dealt with, we discovered that the electricity keeping the things out had malfunctioned, giving the beasts full access to the town. So if any locals find this, remember to check your defenses regularly. But that's all for now. Ciao. So, Sandslash. This was my favorite, because it barely had any mistakes, and I just really liked it. Because it's Sandslash. Sandslash is the coolest Pokemon, and a monster Sandslash. The only problem I actually have with it is the background, which I didn't make buildings. I didn't know it burrowed on the buildings and destroyed them when I drew it. But still, just look at it. It's got the giant claws and spikes. Like, it just looks really cool. And monstrous. I just think I nailed this one. The monster, not the background. I just really like it. I do have one little thing that I don't like is the mouth, because the teeth are uneven on both sides, which it's not. It would be fine if it was just like weren't the same shape, but there's in the bottom jaw, one of the sides has 3 teeth, while the other one has 5. That's kind of a problem, but barely anything. I really like this drawing, and you should too. But yeah, the idea was always to have it burrowing out of the ground, just not destroying buildings. That's why I do like it. I do enough cool effects when I'm making the hole it's making coming through of. Yeah, I try to make it here. I make the rocks. I give the rocks a motion blur so that it looks like they're flying. Yeah, after I do the shadows, I do the motion blur. And the hole was kind of tricky because I didn't know how to do it, because there was a background that I also had to do. Yeah, there, motion blur. Looks cool. But I decided to just make it at the end of the pause, which I already indicated. And then I decided to make these giant plants that you find in Borderlands because the plants are kind of really cool. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. That's Sandslash, cool Pokemon. So I hope you like this video because I sure like the drawings, and I hope you do too. So if you do, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, share, ring bell, all that cool stuff that you can do because I need that. Oh yeah, and also just I just hope you like it. And then I'll see you in the next video, which is gonna be Borderlands. I love Borderlands. We're gonna be playing it again. See ya.